everyone. My name is Stephen Fleming, and today we will be recording, doing yet another video. Chapter 1, Meaning of Miracles, Part 3, Atonement and Miracles. So, let's get started. Atonement and Miracles. I am in charge of the process of Atonement, which I undertook to begin. When you offer a miracle to any of my brothers, you do it to yourself and me. The reason you come before me is that I do not need miracles for my own atonement, but I stand at the end in case you fail temporarily. My part in the atonement is the canceling out of all errors that you could not otherwise correct. When you have been restored to the recognition of your original state, you naturally become part of the atonement yourself. As you share my unwillingness to accept error in yourself and others, you must join the great crusade to correct it. Listen to my voice, learn to undo error, and act to correct it. The power to work miracles belongs to you. I will provide the opportunities to do them, but you must be ready and willing. Doing them will bring conviction in the ability, because conviction comes through accomplishment. The ability is the potential, the achievement is its expression, and the atonement, which is the natural profession of the children of God, is the purpose. Okay. All right, so let's go to the beginning of that. Let's go right to the beginning. So, I am in charge of the process of atonement, which I undertook to begin. When you offer a miracle to any of my brothers, you do it to yourself and me. Okay, so the process of the atonement is the process of reuniting the sonship, which is the sum of all God's creations. The process of atonement is the process that Jesus started, which is the process of bringing the sonship back together, healing the separation. So Master Teacher Jesus is saying the process of the atonement, which is the process of the reuniting us with one another, the reuniting of us with one another. Being in charge of the atonement, he already ascended this place. In the beginning 2,000 years ago, he already undertook the process. So when you offer a miracle to any of my brothers, you do it to yourself and me. Okay. You do it to yourself and me. Well, everything in A Course in Miracles is circular. What you do unto your brother, you do unto yourself. So if you bless your brother, you bless yourself. If you give love to your brother, you give love to yourself. Everything is circular. We are all the same. We are all one. And there is no difference between you and me. We are all the same. So when you're doing things, you're only doing them to yourself. When you give something, you're only giving it to yourself. There is only one Son. God recognizes only one Son. And although we have over 7 billion expressions of the sonship, all expressing at the same time there is still only one. There is only one Son. So when you do something to your brother, combined with the great law, it multiplies and comes back. So when you give love to your brother, you receive love multiplied. When you give light to your brother, you receive light multiplied. When you perform a miracle unto your brother, you are strengthened by the miracle. So let's continue. The reason you come before me is that I do not need miracles for my own Atonement. He's already ascended. Doesn't need the miracle. We need the miracle. He doesn't need it. Okay? But I stand at the end in case you fail temporarily. Now, how would we fail temporarily? How would that occur if we had already experienced the Atonement and we had gone through the process of the Atonement as far as forgiveness and the undoing of error? How then, and we're attempting to perform miracles, how then would we fail temporarily? Well, there is a whole conditioning process as far as unlearning all of the things that you have learned in this life. All of the things that life has taught us living in these bodies. And there is a lot to unlearn. So A Course in Miracles deals with reprogramming of the mind. The mind was already programmed during the time period of our life, or however long we've been alive. We've been programmed, and we've been programmed in the ways of the world, and the ways of the world are ways of falsity. And that is how our minds have been programmed, and that is why our minds need help. So it is an undoing of error or erroneous thoughts that do not reflect what you are. So we're still a work in progress. So being a work in progress, in case we fail temporarily, what Master Teacher Jesus is saying is that he will be there to help us. He will be there to catch us in case we fail temporarily, so that he will complete the miracle in case we fail temporarily. He understands, because he walked in our shoes once 2,000 years ago. And so he understands what it is like to have erroneous thinking. Even though you are attempting to clean it up, he understands what it is like to still have erroneous errors in thinking pop up in your mind from time to time, which that may interfere with the miracle. So he is there to catch us, to help us, and complete the miracle, which is what he's saying. I also have some references from Revelation Time and Miracles, which is part 2, paragraph 1, sentence 4. Miracles, however, are genuinely interpersonal and result in true closeness to others. Miracles unite you directly with your brothers. Principle of Miracles number 19. Miracles make minds one in God. They depend on cooperation because the sonship is the sum of all that God created. Miracles therefore reflect the laws of eternity, not of time. So, translation, what Master Teacher Jesus was saying: when you offer a miracle to anyone, you do it to everyone, for we are all one. Master Teacher Jesus is saying, I do not need miracles, but you do. And I am here for you in case any random thought of fear or doubt causes you to fail temporarily. I will catch you. I will complete the miracle and support you, for I love you. Canceling out of all errors is what I do. That, my brothers and sisters, is what Master Teacher Jesus is saying. Okay. Let's go on. When you have been restored to the recognition of your original state meaning that of spirit, your original state being that of a child of God, God being pure love, therefore you are love. God created you like himself. So if God is pure love and light, then so are you. This is your original state. And recognizing that you are spirit. And it's basically understanding that and recognizing that you are not being deceived by the illusion of what you see in the mirror. And understanding that you are not the body. What you see in the mirror is not you. Your true origin, your true state, recognition of state, your true state is spirit. Your true state is love. And that is who you are. As you share my unwillingness to accept error in yourself and others, you must join the great crusade to correct it. Listen to my voice, learn to undo error, and act to correct it. So, the Great Crusade, once you have now joined the Atonement, and after you have joined the Atonement, you now share Master Teacher Jesus's unwillingness to accept errors in yourself and others. And so you then pick up or join Master Teacher Jesus on his Great Crusade to go and teach and spread light and truth and love to your brothers and sisters and heal the separation. The separation as far as of the sonship. The separation which has people under the impression that you're over there and I'm over here. No, you are not over there and I'm not over here. We are the same. We are together. We are connected. Your problems are my problems and my problems are your problems. We are in this together. There is no separation. There is only the illusion of separation. So, as you share my unwillingness to accept error in yourself and others, you must join the Great Crusade to correct it. Listen to my voice, learn to undo errors, and act to correct it. Okay. Principle of miracles, number 25. Miracles are part of an interlocking chain of forgiveness, which, when completed, is the Atonement. Atonement works all the time and in all the dimensions of time. Also, Principles of Miracles, number 39. The miracle dissolves error because the Holy Spirit identifies error as false or unreal. This is the same as saying that by perceiving light, darkness automatically disappears. Okay. The power to work miracles belongs to you. Principles of Miracles, number 7. Miracles are everyone's right, but purification is necessary first. Okay. Principle of Miracles, number 3. Miracles occur naturally as expressions of love. The real miracle is the love that inspires them. In this sense, everything that occurs from love is a miracle. Everything that occurs from love is a miracle. I remind you of your true origin. You are love. God made you. God is your creator. God is your father. And God is pure love. God made you in his image. Therefore, you are pure love. God is love and light. Therefore, you are pure love and light. Miracles are merely expressions of love. You are a child of God. You are a child of love. Therefore, miracles are your expression. Therefore, Miracles are your right. Miracles are your birthright. So the right to perform miracles belongs to you. I will provide the opportunities to do them, but you must be ready and willing. Principle of miracles number 43. Miracles arise from a miraculous state of mind or a state of miracle readiness. And as far as being willing, yes, it requires free will. It requires free will. We have free will. So it requires us to join as far as being willing to join, because there is always free will. There is always free will. Doing them, referring to miracles, doing them will bring conviction in the ability, because conviction comes through accomplishment. Principle of miracles number 14. Miracles bear witness to truth. They are convincing because they arise from conviction. The ability is the potential, the achievement is the expression, and the atonement, which is the natural profession of the children of God, is the purpose. The natural profession of the children of God is the atonement. So, A Course in Miracles states that our function is forgiveness. Our function is to forgive. That is our function. Now, the forgiveness process, and I don't want to take, I'm going to, basically just give you a little head start. The forgiveness process is the process that starts the atonement. The forgiveness process is the catalyst for the miracles. For miracles to take place, there must be forgiveness. So, but the natural state of profession, the natural profession of the children of God is the atonement, which is the process of reuniting the sonship. That once you have entered the atonement, that is your natural profession. So that was a lot to digest in paragraph 1. A lot to digest in just one paragraph. So, Master Teacher Jesus has a lot to say. And in one paragraph, there were so many meanings. So, paragraph 2. Let's go to that. Heaven and earth shall pass away means that they will not continue to exist as separate states. My word, which is the resurrection and the life, shall not pass away because life is eternal. You are the work of God, and his work is wholly lovable and wholly loving. This is how a man must think of himself in his heart, because this is what he is. Okay, so let's stop right there. That's a short paragraph, but just because something's short doesn't mean it doesn't have a lot of meaning. All right, a lot of biblical references in paragraph 2. Biblical references. Heaven and earth shall pass away means that they will not continue to exist as separate states. Okay. Biblical references from the Bible in Matthew's chapter 24, verse 35, and Luke chapter 21, verse 33. Okay, those are biblical references. My word, which is the resurrection and the life, shall not pass away because life is eternal. Okay, so Jesus, who speaks in metaphors and powerful metaphors at that, his word is referring to the awakening to truth and the recognition of your true origin of spirit. Your true origin of spirit shall not pass away because spirit is eternal. That is what it is saying. You are the work of God, and his work is wholly lovable and wholly loving. This is how a man must think of himself in his heart, because this is what he is. Okay. Everything you do merely attests to what you think and what you believe. As you think and as you believe, so shall you do. Which, that's another biblical reference. Proverbs 23:7. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. There are also several principles of miracles which coincide with this paragraph. Principles of miracle number 33. Miracles honor you because you are lovable. They dispel illusions about yourself and perceive the light in you. They thus atone for your errors by freeing you from your nightmares. By releasing your minds from the imprisonment of your illusions, they restore your sanity. Revelation Time of Miracles, first paragraph, sentence 9. You are free to believe what you choose, and what you do attests to what you believe. So, interpretation. Heaven and earth will no longer continue to exist separately. My word, which is the reawakening to your true origin of spirit, shall not pass away because spirit is eternal. Miracles honor us because we are lovable, for we are the work of God, and his work is wholly lovable and wholly loving. This is how we must think of ourselves in our hearts, because what we do attests to what we believe. All right. Paragraph 3. The forgiven are the means of the Atonement. Being filled with spirit, they forgive in return. Those who are released must join in releasing their brothers. For this is the plan of the Atonement. Miracles are the way in which minds that serve the Holy Spirit unite with me for the salvation or release of all of God's creations. All right, so let's talk about that one. Let's interpret that one right there. Hold on. All right. Paragraph 3. The forgiven are the means of the Atonement. Being filled with spirit, they forgive in return. Those who are released must join in releasing their brothers, for this is the plan of the Atonement. Well, principles of miracle number 21. Miracles are natural signs of forgiveness. Through miracles, you accept God's forgiveness by extending it to others. Miracles are the way in which minds that serve the Holy Spirit unite with me for the salvation or release of all God's creations. Principles of miracles number 19. Miracles make minds one in God. They depend on cooperation because the sonship is the sum of all that God is created. You see, Course in Miracles, the way Jesus teaches, he basically just expounds on original teachings that you learned and in a previous chapter. A Course in Miracles continues to reiterate teachings and just giving you the same teachings from a different perspective. And there are many different perspectives, but he will give you the same teachings from different perspectives over and over until you recognize what is true, until you recognize from all perspective what is true, because you will face many perspectives in this lifetime, my brothers and sisters. You will face many perspectives. You will face many brothers and sisters who need help but have a different perspective. And A Course in Miracles will give you multiple perspectives of the same truth, which will aid you in aiding your brothers and sisters. So let's continue. Paragraph 4. I am the only one who can perform miracles indiscriminately because I am the At-One-ment. You have a role in the At-One-ment, which I will dictate to you. Ask me which miracles you should perform. This spares you needless effort because you will be acting under direct communication. The impersonal nature of the miracle is an essential ingredient because it enables me to direct its application. And under my guidance, miracles lead to the highly personal experience of revelation. A guide does not control, but he does direct, leaving it up to you to follow. Lead us not into temptation means recognize your errors and choose to abandon them by following my guidance. Okay. All right. Let's stop there. All right. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of that paragraph and let's see what we can find out about this, okay? So I am the only one who can perform miracles indiscriminately because I am the At-One-ment. All right. You have a role in the At-One-ment, which I will dictate to you. Ask me which miracles you should perform. This spares you needless effort because you will be acting under direct communication. All right, so see, this actually helps me. This actually makes me feel better. Because this frees me from the need to worry or be concerned with all of the intricate details of which miracle or what to do or what miracle to perform and things like that, okay? When Master Teacher Jesus is seeing things from a different perspective, or he's just seeing things truly. He's not even in a physical body where he has to perceive. So he's actually perceiving things truly, and he is acquainted with all of the details of the divine plan. And when we are not privy to the details of the divine plan, then we have no idea what to really do because we don't know what miracles are going to impact the divine plan. So in this type of situation, it is just best to trust and just surrender So it's like, okay, Master Teacher Jesus, I am miracle minded. I have performed my forgiveness work, and I am part of the At-One-ment. I have joined your crusade, and I am ready to help my brothers. And I need your help. I have a brother who is in need of healing. I have a brother who is in need of help and who is in need of assistance, who is in need of a miracle. Help me. What miracle should I perform? And it just basically releases you from the responsibility of having to carry all of that. So, let's continue. The impersonal nature of the miracle is an essential ingredient because it enables me to direct its application, and under my guidance, Miracles lead to the highly personal experience of revelation. Well, we have already discussed about miracles leading to revelation, and miracle readiness and performing miracles leading to revelation, which is one-way communication from God. So we have discussed that. A guide does not control, but he does direct, leaving it up to you to follow. Lead us not into temptation means recognize your errors and choose to abandon them by following my guidance. So this whole paragraph is about surrendering. Surrendering. Yes, there are many of us, and myself included, who have had an authority problem in the past. Okay, I have read A Course in Miracles. I am actually in my 4th reading. I've read A Course in Miracles 3 times. The textbook, the text, and the manual for teachers. And I am now in my 4th time. My first time reading it, I was like, telling me what to do. You know, that was my attitude, because I had an authority problem. You know, over time, as far as growing and understanding and gaining an appreciation and gratitude for all of the wonderful things that I have experienced in reading this book, I completely surrender to the wisdom and the guidance of my elder brother, Master Teacher Jesus. And so I humbly submit to his greater teachings. He knows, he is aware of the divine plan. Therefore I am not qualified to dictate anything as far as what miracles to perform or anything. So I humbly submit to the teachings of my Master Teacher Jesus. So I want to explain that a little bit more anyway.